Hi, so it's Caroline, and I'm talking about my insights, I suppose, along my journey of self-discovery and recovery, really, from bipolar. If you've heard any of my other videos or read any of my blog, you'll know that I'm pretty far out when it comes to spiritual. I just say experiences actually, rather than beliefs, because it's some people, might believe something and never see it. And how I experience the world is not only this 3D, which is why it becomes quite hard to just function normally. And in a sense, I was just thinking before I was writing, what is the point of ever becoming well? What are we all striving for, regardless of whether you're bipolar or whatever. What's the best thing we want? And to me, it never ends. It's self-discovery. It's completely it's an unending thing that, the universe is still expanding. We're still growing as people. And it feels like all the catharting that I talk quite a lot about, peeling off layers and catharting emotionally. What do we get underneath? We get to our essence, which to my mind, my heart, I suppose, probably, is spirit. Yeah, we're consciousness that manifests in a human. My guitar is some kind of consciousness, energy, matter, yeah, condensed energy in a guitar. So in a way, fine, some of us have some thought ability, but we don't really know that everything else hasn't the ability to think. Like, just because we have the brain and the perception that we do, we think everything's dead. But once you start going into nature and kind of treading, well, for me, I suppose, in this way, you could say a shamanic path, you realise that you can commune with anything. You just might not hear it in the way that we want to hear, feel, see in the 3D human world. So in a sense, my journey is more about not just getting to a point of normality, because there is no normality. That's complete fantasy. Who makes a standard? We make it for ourselves. So, we have to bash that out of the water. And then once you've kind of got rid of I should be, it's like, wow, what do I want to be? What can I be? And some of the recent meditations I've done, where I kind of, go into the other realm, and you're seeing through your third eye, and I just see an energy matrix. It's like a web of life. And so it's like a cartoon, and you can tune into different frequencies, I suppose. I'm only really getting my head around doing it fully consciously for the last 6-8 months, rather than it being a wash all the time, hit and miss, and not really knowing how to understand it, hence struggling with normal life and fitting into the matrix, because I'm always a little bit floating over there. Yeah, okay. So that's really, just a little bit about my videos, and why, although it's quite boring, some of the stuff of like the realizations of emotions and habits and all of that, I never really wanted to go to talking therapy. But for my own journey, I have never stopped analysing, like internally. Like I feel like I've always been the observer. I've always known I'm observing myself, which, that's kind of mindfulness in a sense. And it's like almost, if done that. Anyway, so the observation that I had today, the little aha moment, was about I listened to my next door neighbours, two girls, and there's a much older daughter and a daughter of 8. And people always say I'm really good with kids. That's because I don't do, well, if I'm very conscious and very centred, I don't do the, oh, well, you are a child, do be careful. I just talk to people as people, whatever age, and I could see the difference between the older one and the younger one, and it was so patronising. And the young one is just full of energy, and I felt this anger burning in me, and my God, bloody hell, that's something deep in me. And I hate people giving me advice, and I know why, because I'm a younger child. Okay, I should have entitled it at the beginning. I was just talking about that. If you're a younger child, I'm wondering, like, I'd love to hear your views actually and your experiences, because it feels like you as the youngest child, you're looking up at your parents, so you've got like the collective wisdom, apparently wisdom, experiences, habits, whatever, of your parents and all your family and your brothers, and yet you're the kid and they all channel it down to you and go, oh, you know nothing. And it's like, no, we're fully aware, like when we're born, we might not say it and we might not know how to regurgitate it, but if you actually listen to children and give them full space, really listen, Jesus, they're on it. But if you start hammering them, oh no, you don't know, you're just shutting them down. And it really feels like that's been a massive part of my journey. It's like, no, fuck off. Like, I know what I'm on about. And it's even recently, I was having a conversation. I felt like I was asking for validation. And it's after so long of being told, oh no, you start going, I must know nothing. I can't, then hence your mind gets full of other people's ideas and you have no idea who you are. I used to have this thing, I don't know what thought's mine, I don't know whether I should be this, do this, whatever, read a book full of ideas again. So yeah, I just wanted to check in with you. If you're a younger child, just think back, and it's not a blame, it's not like, oh, my stupid parents and brother, it's just the way it's been. We've lived in a hierarchical society for so long, we can't, I still struggle, I flip into wanting to be the older one, and I'll help everyone because I know some shit. It's almost like if I stop for long enough, yeah, gosh, I can really feel it. It really triggered that. That's amazing. It's just really, although I've known that and talked about it, but to really see it happening before my eyes. And this girl went from bubbly, the young one, bubbly. And the more the older sister went, she was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? It was just like, bleh, 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 bleh. And in the end, I was feeling like going, shut up to her. And the kid, obviously she's a girl, she can't do it to her older sister. She's going to get told off. She just burst into tears. And the old one's like, what's wrong with you? And then went, oh, it's all right. It's like, in essence, it's like, you're crap, you don't know your shit, listen to me, you know nothing. Oh, you're upset. Oh, it's okay. I'll be your friend now. It's really passive aggressive. If I do it, and anyone who knows me watches this, I'm sorry, it's because I suppose I've learned that pattern and then we regurgitate it. Anyway, quite an interesting thing. So, the whole journey about peeling away these layers of anger, rage, suppression, anything that is not love, basically. Because, if we're centered and we're breathing freely, oh, don't we just feel love in our heart? And that's what we all want. Yes, it sounds all hippie and far-fetched. Yeah, well, in my world, I live in a state of love a lot, and I love, I love loving people. And it's only been since I've taken these layers of crap out of me, cried them out, raged them out, discussed them out, blogged them out as well. I love the age of blogging. It's like airing your laundry, your dirty laundry around the world. But we've got to learn to share this stuff. Go, oh, we're all got all this stuff going on. It's okay to own it, allow it, let it come out, because you got to get it out. We've got these fucking turds of crap energy in us. It's all over society, every country corner, except for the most indigenous tribes, I might add, who are probably peaceful, and living in unity with nature. But that's another story. And to my analogy, I was talking to my friend on Saturday, is thoughts, and don't we just love our mind? They are like the fumes of this stinking shit in us, yeah. And honestly, when you don't have so much, oh, it's peaceful. It's so peaceful. And I'm not saying I'm done by any means, right? Because you have something happen, you don't digest it there and then, it's going to come up more. Anytime you're slightly repressing yourself, there's going to be an inner-ness. And if you don't let it out, it's coming in, and it's going to have some fumes that make your mind and basically your mind is helping us be safe. Yeah. So if there's something that's annoyed us or made us react, and mind is doing something well, which mine always wanted to analyse why and be quite compassionate. But there's a limit to how much compassion you give without just going, you know what, fuck off, get out my face, which I actually did a few weeks ago to somebody. I was just like, actually, no, I can see where you're coming from, but you still don't get to treat me like that. Goodbye. And that's another story as well. So, yeah. check in with your, your growing up and seeing how you are, how that affected you. Again, don't blame, because that's not the point here. This is just seeing how you've been affected, see how you're doing with your life and how you react to people. There's a be doing a lot of thinking about that myself, I'm sure, later on about what I just witnessed today. Okay, well, check out my writing blog. It's www.breakingoutofbipolar.com. I'm just going to have a shamanic massage website soon, and I've also on my blog I've just updated it because I'm asking for donations to help me keep writing, because I'm desperate to finish my book this year. Well, I imagine there's a few in there really, but the first one is just very simple diagrams of energetic understandings that I have, which relate to all the cathartic and all the energy and the empathy and spirituality in a nutshell, as to why specifically the symptoms of bipolar manifest in the way they do. Not to say, it doesn't exist, not to say, it is this or it is this or this, but it's a kind of culmination of ideas that have been floating around. And so I just really want to get it done and get it out published so people can read it and hopefully get some different insight, because you do not have to stay on medication. You do not have to stay crazy in a place where you don't know yourself. You're so beyond that. You're an infinite being, a co-creator in this world, and the world is changing vastly, and we just need to help each other. So if you've got money but you want to read my book, do log in. It's on GoFundMe, and that'd be awesome. But anyway, that's enough for now. Namaste, massive blessings to you. Happy bank holiday if you're British. Lots of love on your journey. Goodbye.